What is up, budget and family and friends? My name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mac channel where I am documenting our six-figure debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker with a virtual private practice, also working a part-time job. We started our debt-free journey in October 2023 with $305,884 worth of debt, and we are on a journey to have all of that debt, including our mortgage, paid off by December 31st, 2026, with a goal to then start to build wealth and be work optional by the age of 50. So we are documenting our journey with monthly budgets, weekly budgets, debt updates, and because I am an entrepreneur, I do also share the income that I was able to make at the end of the month for that month. If that sounds like something you would be interested in watching or following, please make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you are made aware every single time that I post a video and can follow us along on our six-figure debt-free journey. Today's video is April week 2's budget, and we will get right into it. All right, so we do weekly budgets in addition to our monthly budgets. My husband is paid every Thursday. I am paid every Friday, and our budgeting weeks start on Thursday and run to the following Wednesday. This budget is from April the 4th, Thursday, April the 4th to Wednesday, April the 10th. The income for this pay period or this week's budget was planned at $3,550. That includes $800 from my husband, and he was actually paid $790.74. $900 from my paycheck, and I was actually paid $936.67. $1,000 from my part-time job, and my actual part-time pay was $1,144.37. And then we also got our rental income for this month in the amount of $850. So that brought our actual income to $3,721.78. We transitioned over to savings. Savings for this pay period was planned at $515. And that was $50 into my high yield savings account, and I did actually put $50 in my high yield savings account, $50 into my husband's savings account, and he did put $50 into that account, $10 into M1 Finance, which is my investing portfolio, and I did put $10 there. It is automatically transferred. $25 into Christmas 2024, and I actually put $30. $10 to my youngest son's college fund, and we did put $10 there. $50 was planned for my daughter who is in college, but she only got $20 because I'm sure we used the other $30 to cover a transaction that she had put on the American Express. And then we put $320. We plan to put $320 into the sinking fund for our investment property, and we actually put $370 to start covering the $600 tax bill for the next year. So that brought our actual saving to $540 for this pay period. We transitioned over to bills. Bills for this pay period were $332.99 for our mortgage. Our mortgage is paid weekly. And then $9.99 for Apple storage. And we did pay the Apple storage. Cricket Wireless sometimes comes out on the 10th. Sometimes it comes out on the 15th. I don't know the logic behind that, but apparently it did not come out this pay period. So bills were planned at $498, but we only had $342.98 in bills for this week. We transitioned over to expenses, and expenses were planned at $625 with $150 going towards groceries, but we only spent $127.47. $120 planned for gas, but we only spent $96.55. $25 for beauty maintenance, and nothing went towards beauty. Nothing for my boy's hair. $50 for toiletries and household, and nothing was spent in those categories. Fast food was planned at $50, and we spent $192.10. Wow. Miscellaneous was at $80, and we actually spent $342.10 in miscellaneous expenses. And I had planned to tithe, but I think I did not tithe this pay period or this month actually, because all of the money from my part-time income went towards eliminating the city financial card. So we will go, that actually brought our planned expense, our actual expenses to $758.22. And we will review the miscellaneous spending at the end of the budget. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We transition over to debt, and debt was planned for this week at $604.58, which would have included just minimum payments on my Honda financial. So I do pay my Honda, I do pay my car payment weekly in the amount of $250.20. And I actually paid $275.37. And then my student loan payment with Mohila is actually $357.57. But I break it down by loan because when I start paying back my student loans, I'll be paying them individually. And so that came out. But additional payments included $150.53 on my my Platinum American Express, $96.15 on my Hilton American Express, $1,200 to the Citi card with the goal to have that eliminated by the end of this month, which brought our total debt to $2,076.43. So that was good to see. We transition over to the budgeted versus the actual. And the income was planned at $3,550 and the actual income was $3,721.71. We actually had a rollover balance of $754.91. The income saved was planned at $515 and we actually saved $540. The income spent, which is the combination of bills and expenses, was planned at $1,025.98. We actually spent $1,101.20. And the debt was planned at $604.58. We actually put $2,076.43 towards debt. That should have left a remaining balance of $1,404.44, with the actual balance being $759.06. And that is about accurate. We go over to the breakdown and you can see that we were able to put 14.5% towards savings for this pay period, which is good. I love to see anything at 10% or above. 9.2% of our income went towards bills, 20.4% of our income went towards expenses, and 55.9% of our income went towards debt. Again, I love to see the debt at 50% or more and the savings at 10% or more. But if you watch my last video, you know I kind of discussed how that may be unrealistic. So because we were drastically over in some of the spending categories in our expenses, I do like to review our transactions for this week. I do not go over each and every one of them because a lot of them are reflected in the budget above. But in miscellaneous, we were over, and it looks like I spent $10.65 in some shorts for Princeton. I'm sure that they were from the Salvation Army or the Goodwill. I bought breakfast from Dunkin' Donuts. A lighter and a candle from Dollar General. We had to pay annual property taxes. In the amount, we put $50 towards the savings for the property taxes. It looks like I also spent $11.18 on body oil, which was miscellaneous. My husband bought himself McDonald's breakfast because I don't eat McDonald's, so I know it was him. We put gas in the Camry and the Honda. Breakfast from Bojangles, again for me, and I think that was probably for me and my son, which put us over in the fast food category. Breakfast from Bojangles, again, I don't think that that's right, especially since it's the same amount. So I'm not sure if that's right. But we had dinner at Cheddar's. That was $114 for the four of us. Also went and got another snack from Bojangles. Got a gift card for a birthday party. Made a $25.37 principal payment on my Honda. Then I bought shirts for Princeton from either the Salvation Army or the Goodwill. Breakfast again from Dunkin' Donuts. Then my husband also purchased a starter for the lawnmower because he's getting ready to start cutting grass as a side hustle. We had the annual subscription for Hulu, which if the annual subscription is cheaper than the monthly subscription, I will go ahead and pay monthly, and that's one of the ways I save money. We spent $11.71 in a Walmart purchase. I'm not sure what that was. My dog nails got cut down, and that was $27. My husband ate McDonald's again, and then so some of these expenses were definitely repeated, because we have grooming for Charlie again, and I know he only got groomed once. So we may not have spent as much money as I actually thought in the miscellaneous funds, but I will go back and fix that, because when I do my reflections at the end of the month, I don't want to be over when I'm not necessarily over. So that is it for April week 2's budget. Not too bad. April, the first or the second week is usually a really good week, especially if we can have our rental income and my part-time paycheck income come in at the same time. That really puts us in a good situation, and I think that's really a lot of how we're able to make the progress in eliminating such big balances in a month's time or 2 months' time. So that was really helpful. If you have not already subscribed to my channel to follow our 6-figure debt-free journey, I promise this is the last one. This is the last time I am getting out of debt, and I'm not giving up until I am out, until I have paid every penny of the $305,884.80. I am not giving up. Or at least that's how I feel right now. But I'm hoping to stay true to it, because I'm getting older, and I really want to prioritize being able to relax and have slow mornings and focus on my health and spend time with my mother and my grandmother, who are also getting older. My mother-in-law is getting older. I don't necessarily want to spend time with her, but my husband does. So those are all the things those are the motivators right now, and I don't foresee anything about those situations changing. So that is it for April week 2's budget. Again, if you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to follow us pay off $305,884 worth of debt. Come back next week for April week 3's budget, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.